Welcome to another Cardano update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our Discord server where we post multiple updates a day. And I hope you enjoyed this video. So Cardano is finally getting a pump. However, you have to keep in mind that we need to get above this high first if we want to actually turn bullish, because if we do not get above this high, this would just be a lower high. And I mean, as you can see, this right here was a lower high. And what did we do after that? We put in another lower high and then another one. So yeah, we need to break out of the structure. Now, of course, we already broke out of the trend line, which is a good sign. But like I said, this is not enough to confirm that Yuan 2 setup is actually over. We still need to get above this high right here, because this could turn into some kind of A, B, C structure, and I don't really want to see that. We already got to the 0.618 extension of the first wave, so the second wave move down should be in. But if it's not, I mean, we should start breaking to the downside right now, and we should see a break below the trend line again. But until then, the next target would be this right here, which is at about 99.6 cents, and then the next one after that is at about $1.17 to break this high. And to completely be able to confirm that the low right here has been established, we need a 5-wave move to the upside. The main target for the third wave is $1.30. Then after that, we will need a 4th wave move down and a 5th wave move up. And once we get these 5 waves, I will be able to confirm that the second wave move down is in and that we're actually heading in a third wave of a third wave, which, like I said many times, I'm expecting to happen very soon. I've already talked about Bitcoin dominance yesterday. I'm not gonna get too much into that. In this video, I want to focus more on ADA. But, you know, if you did not watch that video, make sure to check it out, because it's gonna be, well, it's way different than this video, so yeah, check it out. But keep in mind, on the 4-hour RSI, we are overbought, and of course, this does not mean anything. We also were overbought up here and up here when we were at about 65 cents, but that did not mean anything. And also here we were extremely overbought. Right now we are barely overbought on the 4 hours, so we could continue going up. Of course, this does not really mean anything. Now, if you go on the daily chart, something important just happened here. So if you look at the RSI, we finally got above the moving average on the RSI, which is good. This means we broke out, and right now we could start going up. As you can see, the daily RSI is no longer overbought like it was up here, so we could finally get to like $2 extremely soon. I know that sounds crazy, that's a 2x from where we're at right now, but if you look at what happened in the previous cycle, I mean, this would not really be a huge prediction, because in the previous cycle, Cardano went up about 130% in a matter of 6 days in January, and what do you know, this pump also started on January 2nd, just like right now. So is this a coincidence? Well, maybe it is, but keep in mind, in the previous cycle, we also went up a lot in November, and then we went sideways in December, just like we did in this cycle. So maybe this cycle is not different, maybe we are doing the exact same thing again. And if we are, we should see Cardano at about $2 by the end of the month. Now, of course, if you take this low right here, which is the second wave move low, and you go up about 100%, let's actually check out how much that would be. So if you take this and go up 100%, that would put us at about $1.58. We'll see if we get there or not. Now keep in mind, in the previous cycle, we went up 130%. So if we go up 130%, that puts us at about $1.76. Also keep in mind, we got rejected by the 0.618 extension of the previous all-time high, just like we got up here. And if you look at what happened up here, well, down here, after we got rejected by that, we got a correction. This correction was, I believe, a 40% move to the downside, just like we got in this cycle right here. And it continued to go to the upside for a long time after that, so we should be good. Keep in mind, we are in a post-halving year, and Cardano is known to go up a lot in the post-halving year. So, I mean, we could see Cardano at all-time highs very soon, and by very soon, I mean the end of February of this year. I know that sounds insane, but keep in mind, in the previous cycle, the third wave of the third wave topped on February 27th of the post-halving year. Of course, we don't have to do the exact same thing again, but we could. So if we do that, then we should be above $3.16 by February 27th of this year. From where we are at right now, we're at about, let's say 95 cents or so, that would be a 200% pump from where we are at. Is that a lot? Well, not really. It's actually pretty reasonable considering the fact that I'm expecting Bitcoin dominance to start going down soon. So this would be perfect in my opinion. Also keep in mind Ethereum usually goes up in Q1 of a post-halving year, so we should finally get to all-time highs on the Ethereum chart as well, and whenever that happens, Cardano will of course also go up. If you can remember, in November I believe, Ethereum had a 40% pump, and during that time Cardano went up like 300%, so there's obviously a lot of potential for Cardano to go higher. And just to give you my prediction again, if you did not watch my previous videos, I'm still expecting Cardano to top somewhere between $5 to $8. Now, I have many people asking me when they should sell, and well, this is not financial advice, of course. I'm not going to tell you when to sell or how much to sell. I'm just gonna tell you my strategy. So I bought down here when the price was between, let's say, 40 cents and 28 cents or so, and my average price is below 40 cents. I am probably going to start taking some profits up here near all-time highs because I think there's going to be a lot of resistance here, so I'm probably taking profits 5% away from the all-time high, which means that I'm taking profits at about, let's see, about $3 exactly. So yeah. And why am I doing that? Well, if you look at what happened in the previous cycle, there was a lot of resistance here near all-time highs, and it actually took about 2 months to get above that level. We got rejected 3 times. So we could do the exact same thing again. I'm not saying that we will, but there is potential for that to happen, and yeah, I'm gonna take some profits up here. I mean, I would already be up a lot, so that's not really the end of the world, but I'm not gonna sell everything, of course. After the third wave, keep in mind, we will need a fourth wave move down of the third wave, so this could be kind of deep. And then the third wave, the main third wave, should put us at new all-time highs. In the previous cycle, the third wave right here got above the 1618 extension of the previous all-time high. So if we want to do what we did there, the third wave should get above $5.30, which is the 1618 extension of the previous all-time high. But again, we don't have to do that. And it's not guaranteed that we will because, we just had one cycle. We cannot really make predictions based on what happened in the previous cycle. I mean, it has worked out so far, but it's not going to work out forever, so keep that in mind. Now, my minimum target for the third wave is $2.98, which is the 200% extension of this one to set up. But it could go way higher than that. It could overextend to the 2.272 extension or even the 2618 extension. I believe the 2618 extension is at about, let's say, $6 or so. I don't have it on the chart. So yeah, maybe it's possible to get there, maybe it's not. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Now keep in mind, Bitcoin is also going up right now. We did not get to $120,000 in December. We only got to $108,000, which, it was a bit disappointing to be honest. But we had to get a fourth wave at some point, and now that the fourth wave seems to be in, I mean, I cannot confirm that it's in, but it could begin. We used it as support, so we'll see if we actually get above the high right here, which is at about $108,000. If we get above that high, we should still see a fifth wave very, very soon, and that should put us somewhere between 140k to 150k very, very soon. Now keep in mind, I'm still expecting Bitcoin to go higher. I'm expecting it to get to about $255,000 in this cycle. I know that sounds crazy, but I am the same person who was telling you that Bitcoin will go to 100k by the end of the year when we were down here, and everybody was calling me crazy back then as well. Now, of course, not every prediction I give you is accurate. I mean, I did tell you that Bitcoin will get to 120k by the end of the year, and that did not happen, but that's not really my fault. I mean, I used what happened in the previous 2 cycles to give you that prediction, and what did I use? Well, I looked at the Bitcoin monthly returns chart, and when I looked at it, I mean, in the previous halving years in December, Bitcoin went up like 40% every single halving year. And this halving year, however, it did not happen. So yeah, things are definitely not the same. However, that does not mean that Bitcoin has stopped. No, I don't think it has stopped. I don't think it's nowhere near close to topping. So yeah, we should still see Cardano at about, let's say, $5 to $8 by the end of the cycle, and are expecting the cycle to end somewhere between September and November of 2025. Things are about to get very bullish. This is just the beginning, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon. If you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our Discord server, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.